Your presence highlights the importance of our collective efforts in strengthening diplomatic ties. I am therefore pleased to announce that this year's address will be institutionalized as an annual event to reflect on past achievements, deepen collaboration with diplomatic community, and set future priorities. Regular engagements will enhance mutual understanding and strategic alignment on many issues that affect all our nations. Ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, Kenya's commitment to diplomacy has allowed us to forge strong global relationships. Since independence, we have expanded our diplomatic footprint from 6 missions to now 70 stations across the world. We continue to prioritize regional integration, intra-African ties, economic diplomacy, and global peace and security. Peace and security remains central to Kenya's vision for a stable and prosperous region. Over the years, we have played a key role in mediating conflicts and addressing some of the most complex security challenges in our region. Kenya remains a reliable partner in regional and international peace and security efforts. Over the weekend, I was in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, co-chairing the first ever EAC SADC Joint Summit on the security situation in the DRC. Together with other leaders, we called for an immediate ceasefire, humanitarian access, and a peaceful resolution through a merged Nairobi-Luanda process that will centralize around dialogue. We made it very clear that there cannot be, and there is no possibility, of a military solution to this DRC problem. The situation in DRC is so dire, is so tragic. In fact, it is an indictment to leadership, not just in our region, but I think globally as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as the East African Chair, I also echo the calls of the Africa Union, SADC, the UN, the G7, European Union, Britain, and the United States, and others, for all the parties in the DRC conflict to prioritize negotiations, dialogue, and commit to all of us working towards achieving lasting peace. Kenya's peace and security efforts extend across the continent, to the Tumaini Initiative, which is aimed at fostering dialogue and reconciliation in South Sudan, to our contribution towards stabilizing Somalia. On the Tumaini process, we believe that process is in the tail end. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, maybe a month or 2, we should be able to conclude that process and allow the people of South Sudan to focus on their development towards an election that will give the people of South Sudan the opportunity to choose their leaders. Kenya is also contributing to global security through the Multinational Security Support Initiative in Haiti, demonstrating our commitment to Pan-African solidarity wherever it is needed. I invite the diplomatic community to encourage their governments to join us in this vital humanitarian and multilateral effort. I must thank countries that have worked with us, El Salvador and all the other countries, Jamaica, and of course the support of the United States and the UN family in advancing the cause of peace and stability in Haiti. We are well underway, and there is a lot of progress that has been made. Many other countries have come forward to contribute men and women and other resources, and we want to thank all the partners that have made contributions towards this mission. My request to all of you is to support the transition from support for this mission to a peacekeeping operation. There is already a proposal on the table, and I would request that if your countries can support this so that we can have a predictable financing model for us to undertake the responsibility and the job that we have in Haiti to secure that country, give a chance to the people of Haiti to elect their government, to run the affairs of their country, and we save them from the current challenges that they have. We are actively working to enhance Nairobi's position as a hub for multilateral diplomacy by ensuring international organizations enjoy necessary privileges. We continue to expand infrastructure and to enhance our security situation, not just in Kenya, but more specifically in Nairobi. However, the evolving global landscape calls for urgent reforms to make multilateral institutions more responsive to the needs of all nations. Kenya strongly supports UN reform, particularly greater representation for Africa. With 54 member states, 28% of the UN's membership, Africa must have a stronger voice to uphold fairness and equality in global decision-making. On the matter of Haiti, I think both Canada and the United States have spoken to this matter. There was information that wasn't correct about funding for the multinational security support mission in Haiti. As you all know, there is a lot of fake news all over the place. And this mission to Haiti became a victim of one such incorrect information about the status of funding for Haiti, and as has been confirmed, because of the centrality and the importance of peace and security and stability in Haiti, all parties agreed that this is one intervention that requires all our support. We have resources in the UN Trust Fund that will support the mission. The US has also committed to waive the pause that is going on funding with respect to Haiti, and their support for all the other military capabilities will continue, as has been said by the charge from the US. It is regrettable that diplomatic missions and peacekeeping forces, including SADC and UN personnel, have come under attack in DRC. We urged the DRC government to ensure the safety of diplomatic staff and peace missions. Peace initiatives such as the DRC process require sustained funding. However, many efforts falter due to inconsistent financing, leading to delays that create vacuums and risk further violence. To prevent this, we must establish a structured and predictable mechanism for funding peace initiatives. I urge states and international organizations to work together to guarantee adequate resources for effective peace building. In fact, as part of the reorganization of the Africa Union in the reform process, is to do more around conflict prevention and peace building rather than managing conflicts when they are already fully blown. These are some of the discussions we will be having this week in Addis. To this end, we propose that EAC and SADC ministers convene a joint meeting to establish a joint technical team under the two regional secretariats. This team would develop a coordinated strategy for financing, ensuring accountability, and mobilizing support from partners, including those gathered here today, hopefully. A structured approach to funding and international engagement is essential to sustaining the EAC SADC Peace Initiative in the DRC. We need to merge the Nairobi and Luanda processes, because having two concurrent processes running parallel creates unnecessary competition, creates avenues for forum shopping, and many other things that undermine the ultimate goal of these processes. So we agreed that these processes should be merged into one. Number two, we also agreed that we should expand the space for facilitators, so that instead of having one facilitator, we will have 3 facilitators. And we are in consultation between me and my co-chair on identifying the additional facilitators so that we can provide a more robust mechanism and energize the whole process of mediation in the DRC. And number 3 is to focus on both intra-Congolese dialogue amongst the parties in the DRC, and also in the dialogue between DRC and its neighbors, more particularly with Rwanda. That will be the focus of the mediation process and the facilitation process, and the merger of these two processes. We will be proposing for an endorsement from the Summit of the African Heads of State. On the Somali process, we are participating in the post-ATMIS arrangement and possibly working with other partners in the new arrangement to see how efforts of stabilizing Somalia can be achieved using and working with all the troop contributing countries and all the other partners that are supporting that process. We urge our international partners to support these missions and ensure their success. In late January, I met Sudan's foreign minister and discussed the terrible situation in Sudan, and I believe this is our next frontier of engagement. I had a robust engagement with the President al-Sisi of Egypt on these matters touching on Sudan, and on what Kenya and Egypt and all the other neighbors can contribute towards the situation that keeps deteriorating in Sudan. The toll on human life, the serious situation, humanitarian situation, the atrocities that are going on in that country are just unimaginable. And we cannot continue, it cannot continue to be what it is. And therefore, even as we hem in on Somalia and on DRC and concluding what we are doing in South Sudan, Sudan must of necessity be the next frontier for us to focus.